2 minutes out.
Hey, Godmother. Is this like the old days? XCOM swooping in and taking it to the bad guys?
I wouldn't know. I spent most of the war training resistance networks.
Like mine. And for your many, long years of service.
Watch it.
XCOM attaches you to an untested squad and pushes it into the field before it's ready. How is this not like the old days?
I'm just happy to be here. I missed out during the war. Wish I could have pulled my weight.
For which side, exactly?
I find that very hurtful.
Sure thing, Advent.
We are through the checkpoint.
I was never actually Advent.
But they were fitting you for a blocky helmet.
Stow it, both of you. We're here. 3-1 PD gave us the all clear. Grab your gear and prepare to move in. Whisper, what's your status?
And what's Verge's ETA?
Comms are working, obviously. Verge is en route.
How? Verge can't drive.
He hailed a cab.
To a hostage situation?
Focus. Whisper, any surprises in the next room?
A handful of hostiles, unaware of your approach.
Chimera Squad, take positions. Prep for breach.
Open sesame!
Hello. I am Mayor Nightingale.
Is that our hostage?
Welcome to City 31's Memorial Museum.
It's just a recording.
As I often say, the lessons from our past inform the present.
Blah, 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 history.
Focus. You see this?
Huh. Interesting.
Contact!
Clear.
Verge? What took you so long?
Had to unpack a breaching charge.
Good man.
Not exactly.
You know what I mean.
I always do.
So creepy. Don't ever change.
Verge, form up. Any hostiles in the next room?
Yes, I can feel them.
Reaching in.
Breach! 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 Set up the breaching charge.
I do like to make an entrance.
Wait, hold. Hostage confirmed in the next room.
We need more than that.
3-1 PD has a live feed. Patching through.
If you surrender, I will advocate leniency.
Enough! This exhibit, it is about XCOM's role in our liberation.
I see you read the placard.
It doesn't say how they went soft and got weak. Now, it's up to us to light the spark.
He's holding a detonator.
Go, now!
How's this for an entrance? Nightingale, I'll protect you.
Eradicating. Cherub is down.
Terminal, stabilize him.
On it.
Verge, with me. Protect the mayor.
Confirmed.
Another call for the medic.
Mayor Nightingale, are you all right?
It looks worse than it is. Those medic hits are really something.
Compliment accepted.
What about Cherub?
Yeah, I think so. Only thing injured is my pride.
And your diaphragm. And a few ribs.
None of this should have happened.
Most people say thank you.
I'm grateful, of course. But these people don't have the capability for any of this.
Explain.
I read their threat assessment. A month ago, these insurgents were all talk and no capability. The greatest threat they posed was to bottles of alcohol.
Why tell us? Why now?
City 31 shows the world how humans, hybrids, and aliens can keep a lasting peace. I'm the public face of this. Tonight, someone wanted what I represent to go up in flames.
We're not in town for local intrigue.
I know, but right now you're the only ones I'm certain are fighting for that same peace. Can I count on your support?
Yes, ma'am. Package delivered to 31 PD.
She truly believes what she says.
That's why she's in charge.
Not too shabby for our first official mission.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Celebrate before a mission is complete. It's
bad luck.
Tonight, Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her assailants is unknown at this time. The City Council asks citizens to remain...
So she gets vaporized the same day XCOM sends Chimera Squad to our city? You hear that voice in your head? That's me telling you to wake up!
Despite opposition, Mayor Nightingale's deciding vote brought the Reclamation Agency to the city. Without her support, Chimera Squad's continued presence is an open question.
Welcome home, Chimera Squad. The director wants to speak with us.
thanks for getting the mayor killed. Also, you're fired.
That's not helpful.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'll patch the call through when you're ready.
I followed your action at the museum, and its aftermath.
Director Kelly, I take full responsibility for what happened.
Stop. I sent you to City 31 because I believed you were ready. Tonight, you surpassed my expectations. 3-1 PD requested help within 3 hours of your arrival in the city. You answered immediately. Going in, you were under-equipped and down an agent. You adapted, as we trained you to do. And let's not forget, you rescued the mayor. You delivered her to safety as the city requested. Don't blame yourself for an outcome you couldn't control. Instead, let's focus on what's next.
I set up the map table. Ready when you are.
Head over there. I'll hold. Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that. Not yet. But we can find out. 3-1 PD requested our help sifting through evidence at the Memorial Museum. They lost good officers today. Give them what they need and see what we can learn. Your work with 3-1 PD opened a few doors. Here's what we know. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance. The Progeny have a small but loyal human membership, all with psionic capability. Victims willingly hand over what the Progeny need, then forget the whole thing. The perfect crime.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 31PD's jurisdiction?
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
From those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations, and take them down.
Meanwhile, we look for any links to the mayor's death. Either way, a dangerous organization is off the streets.
Exactly. The city wants justice for Mayor Nightingale. This is how we help them achieve it.
Torque.
Whisper.
Are we good?
I don't know. Did you get a lobotomy?
Can't say that I did.
Then no, we aren't good.
Well, at least things are back to normal.
31PD asked to speak with this company's owner about his connections to the Progeny. That's when his staff pulled weapons, and the police barely made it out.
Focus on the owner. Subdue if possible. Take him down if not.
We shall move in.
It's go time!
Watch me move. You, come here. Putting the squeeze on.
Hostiles still up. Arrested the target.
Hybrids can't move like that. Not since Advent's psionic network went down.
They still go down when you hit them. No mystery there.
Open sesame!
Go to sleep.
You're about to enter some offices. Now the owner must be holed up in there.
Time to breach. Hostile is under arrest.
Progeny went after expensive assets. What's behind their sudden need for funding? They have no love for hybrids, which presumes a motive to kill the mayor. As for means, psionics could give them the ultimate insider, a member of Mayor Nightingale's protective detail. Progeny are kidnapping hybrids and turning them into psionic thralls. The process is irreversible. Stop the abductions so we can ensure the city's hybrids return to their lives.
Whisper, there's a problem.
Axiom, welcome. What's wrong?
I noticed someone took the biggest locker.
Yep, that was me. I knew you'd get here eventually and grab it so no one else would. Don't worry, I'll move my stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem. I already did. Violently.
Didn't you see the note?
Yeah, afterward. I'll replace what I can.
3-1 PD suspects a Progeny front company is behind the hybrid abductions. The recruiter lives here, on a floor to himself, with a robust number of guards.
Well, then we hit hard, move fast, and grab our target.
Reaching in!
Follow me!
Go to sleep.
crashing the party.
You're approaching an atrium. Blueprints show a lot of bad angles.
Maybe for them. I'll guard the approach.
Keep behind me.
Stay behind me.
Target.
Hostile subdued.
There's a balcony in the next room. The recruiter may have an exit.
Then we block his exit. We will bring him in.
Reaching in. I made the arrest.
Failed to subdue.
You're supposed to stay down.
Don't struggle.
Shifting position.
Not where I'd go.
The Progeny's hybrid abduction program is no more, but the damage they've done is substantial. I have more background on the insurgents behind the mayor's attack. Just after the war, City 31 reached out to nearby resistance networks to help keep the peace. The insurgents belonged to a cell in the Shrike network. That network provided security before 31PD existed. They left when the Global Council cleared aliens and hybrids for return to society.
Couldn't stomach protecting the people they fought in the war?
Seems that way. Since 2037, they've kept to the outskirts and swapped war stories at their watering holes.
Sounds like a dead end.
Maybe. Something drove them to carry out this attack. Keep your eyes open.
Keep behind me.
Progeny are testing a prototype of some kind. Now get it away from them and get out. That looks like a modified Psyamp. Let's take it off their hands.
On the go.
Don't get shot.
Thought I had it.
I never thought I would be working for XCOM.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd let an off-worlder join the team.
Torque, you are an off-worlder.
I'm from New Arctic. I am, by definition, an Earthling.
With fangs and sacs of venomous bile.
What can I say? Some Earthlings are hatched lucky.
The progeny uses psionic tampering of witness memories to escape. But to where? They must have a network of safe houses. Find them and remove them from the board.
Informants spotted progeny forces at this location. Let's see what's inside.
We caught them off guard. Don't give them time to mount a defense.
It's go time!
Time for a face-to-face.
You serve a purpose. Into the action!
Out of the way!
That's some fierce resistance. This must be a progeny stronghold.
Keep behind me.
I've seen worse. Let the high-tech spray do its work.
You didn't have to do that.
Not enough ammo. I'm burning.
Quick, get it out.
Great work. We have the progeny on the run, and with far fewer places to escape. The leader of the progeny is a woman who calls herself Violet. No last name, no known origin. We now know why they're called the progeny. She induced the psionics of each and every member. The sheer psionic power required is alarming. Consider Violet extremely dangerous. Progeny is developing new tech that augments their psionic domination. We can't allow this. Undermine their research and end their experiments.
The progeny are atop the tallest building in Old Town. From there, they have a view of the entire city. They're assembling a strange device up there. This must be their endgame.
We knew the progeny were up to something, but not 60 floors up. Whatever they're building isn't finished. We need to make sure it stays that way.
Follow me.
Elevators have been out for decades, so you get to take an alternate form of transport to the top.
Please say jetpack, please say jetpack!
It's an anti-gravity sled, cobbled together by squatters during the occupation. Mildly exposed to the elements. Well, mild to moderate exposure. You'll be fine.
Keep behind me. Weapon full.
No more ammunition. No ammunition remains. Repositioning.
Covering ground. You owe me.
I want to go again!
Wait for it.
Now!
Make a hole.
Another biped, showing off.
He'll be fine.
Nothing can strike us down. Incoming!
That sled is noisier than expected. The progeny must know you're here.
You heard him. Try not to get shot off the building.
Follow me.
You shouldn't be here. I
have not lit the torch!
On the go.
Not much ammunition.
Great, I'm out. Stay down!
Great job, Chimera Squad. The progeny thought they could force a psionic evolution, but their tech was only capable of scrambling psionically sensitive minds for miles around. You stopped the progeny in their tracks and saved hundreds of lives. After reviewing the intel from your investigation, we're left with more questions than answers. The progeny tried to build a psionic weapon atop an old skyscraper. This required secrecy. Mayor Nightingale's death made their goal more difficult to achieve. Worse, there are clear signs they had external backing. Until we know more, we've designated their silent partner, Atlas.
Should we run down leads on Atlas?
No, there's too little to go on. Mayor Nightingale's death remains your priority.
You mentioned 2 other groups who could have aided her killers, but...
Focus on one. If Atlas becomes more than just a theory, we'll update. Sacred Coil is what happens when former Advent officers find religion, or create one. They claim to be the true path for City 31's hybrids, as long as that path involves armed sedition.
Welcome to City 31's not-so-hidden Advent bunker. A witness spotted Sacred Coil poking around down here. If they give you trouble, poke back.
Breaching now.
Let's do this.
Sacred Coil is putting up one hell of a fight for an empty bunker. We're missing something. I'm gonna contact City Archives. They may have more detailed records than HQ. Give me a sec.
Move in, now!
I know what Sacred Coil is after. Would anyone care to guess?
An industrial vat filled to the top with faceless?
Yeah, a defunct mech repair bay, which, according to these power readings, is currently very funked.
We're heading in.
Breaching now.
Mech's coming online. Destroy the control system before they all wake up.
Headed where I'm needed.
Watch your step.
If Sacred Coil went after mechs, they need soldiers. But for what army? They were underground until Mayor Nightingale's election drove them to the surface. Their hatred for her gave them motive. Find out if Sacred Coil had the means to carry out an assassination. Reclamation has unconfirmed reports of Andromedons spotted in the sewers, meeting with Sacred Coil. City 31's Andromedon Sanctuary claims no knowledge. Find out for certain before this blows up in our faces. The city's Andromedon Sanctuary finally admitted the obvious. Rogue Andromedons joined Sacred Coil. Stop them before their actions turn into a recruitment drive.
This water treatment plant is vital to City 31's vertical farms. Why Sacred Coil wants to sabotage it is anyone's guess.
Those primarily support the alien food supply.
Why break that? A Sacred Coil employs aliens.
An old Advent recruitment tactic. Hoard food, then destroy an uncontrolled food source. People will join if they're hungry.
It's go time!
Time for a face-to-face. Putting the squeeze on.
Security feed shows a bunch of sacred coil ahead of you. That's a lot of pipes, so careful where you shoot.
We are always careful where we shoot.
Time to breach. Not much ammunition. Moving, quickly. Weapon ready.
Let the high-tech spray do its work.
Keep that robot away from me.
City 31's Andromedon Sanctuary passed along their gratitude for how you handled the situation. Great work.
Blue blood, great to see you.
Back at you, Whisper. Settling in?
Not exactly. Until we have a proper field office, we get to sleep in a rail car repair yard.
See? Every job comes with a few perks.
Let me know when we have any.
Reclamation links Sacred Coil to a variety of City 31's missing persons. All human. Stop these human abductions and recover them from Sacred Coil. Time is of the essence. The mercenaries you've encountered are from the old Shrike network. City 31 paid them to provide security just after the war. After the formation of 3-1 PD, Shrike was cut loose. By then, they were more of a mercenary outfit than resistance group.
Who's in charge?
It's not that simple. Shrike operates in a loose cell structure. Each cell determines which jobs they're willing to take. Some help guard the city's food supply.
And others are muscle for seriously shady people. So what if we run into more in the field?
They should have the sense to avoid a fight with Reclamation. And if they don't, standard rules of engagement. Sacred Coil is abducting humans for genetic experimentation. Those who survive are no longer themselves. This cannot continue. Find them, stop them, and get those people back.
This gene therapy clinic has been shut down for years, but today, Sacred Coil tripped the alarm. See if you can stop their genetic modification for good.
I hate these clinics.
Why?
Because if you can rewrite someone at their most basic level, are they even the same person?
Deep.
Shut up.
Reaching!
It's go time!
Sacred Coil's broadcasts are always going on about genetic modification. Makes sense they'd come here.
Does it? The place has seen far better days. You wouldn't bring patients here. You'd bring enemies.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
Gotta get moving.
I'm seeing a power spike ahead in pediatrics? Okay, that's disturbing.
What kind of power spike?
The gene crashes are on kind, not the powering up a death cannon kind.
Thank you for clarifying.
You never know in this business.
Open sesame. Ammo's nearly out. Gremlin on the way.
Changing position.
Good work shutting down Sacred Coil's genetic testing program. City 31 can sleep safer tonight. There's a wasting disease affecting some hybrid populations worldwide. It's known locally as the Fade. Sacred Coil claims they have a cure. Find out if there's any truth to these broadcasts. Sacred Coil is led by Bellis Mar, the former Advent commander. He was never apprehended after the war. As far as we know, he's still fighting it. We believe he had some responsibility for the Bugtown massacre. Consider Bellis Mar highly motivated and extremely dangerous.
Director? I'm one of Bellis Mar's clones.
I know. Do you have any concerns?
No. But do you? Does the squad?
Cherub. He has tens of thousands of clones. The only thing you share with him is DNA.
Okay. I mean, I know that, but thank you.
Sacred Coil has no cure for the Fade. They're using a public health crisis to increase their recruitment. Put an end to their lies. Show City 31 what they really are. Killers, fearmongers, and opportunists.
Sacred Coil claimed these apartments as territory. The hybrid residents disagreed. Take down this glorified protection racket. The people who live here deserve better than Sacred Coil.
Breaching now.
We're heading in.
Sacred Coil turned this workshop into a weapons lab. They're using the residents as forced labor.
This is what Advent did. Let's do this.
I've seen worse.
Go on, take a deep breath.
Low on ammunition. Full in my mind.
Excellent work. City 31 sees the true face of Sacred Coil, and they don't like it.
We located Sacred Coil's cathedral. It's literally underground, drawing an immense amount of power from the city's grid. They aren't hiding anymore. Whatever they're powering up, we need to shut it down.
Sacred Coil isn't trying to hide. They think it's too late for us to stop them. Let's prove them wrong. Whoa, there's a massive power source ahead of you. See if you can track it down.
Reaching!
Disabling the praise weapon.
Weapons dry. There's my weapon.
Changing position.
Another biped, showing off.
Gunfight in the Sacred Coil Cathedral. Sounds like an old movie. What's it like in there?
There's a distinct scent of misery and desperation. And something much more subtle.
Huh. I kind of expected something more majestic. Hold on, that power source doubled its output. Whatever they're up to, it's in the next room.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
It's go time.
ancestors answer our prayers.
The gatekeeper. What's wrong with it?
No! Your presence defiles it!
Hey! Final floor.
No more ammunition. Weapon ready.
There's something very off about that gatekeeper. If this is part of Sacred Coil's plan, we have to stop that thing.
Reaching now.
One angle covered.
I'm filled with confidence.
Oh, hell. That gatekeeper had a use for Sacred Coil. Just not the one they expected.
For will confidence.
Great, I'm out. Ready for anything.
Cover me while I reload. Reloaded.
Excellent work. Excellent work, Chimera Squad. Sacred Coil got more than they bargained for when they threw open that gate. That gatekeeper must have been sent here 5 years ago. It was stuck in transit since XCOM won the war. Scattered cells remain throughout the city, but Sacred Coil as an organization is no more. Reclamation analyzed the intel from your latest investigation. We've noticed a troubling pattern. Sacred Coil received external help in constructing their psionic gate. Atlas is no longer a theory. Now that we've foiled 2 of their plans, expect an escalation.
Did you find a connection to Mayor Nightingale's death?
Nothing. Focus your investigation on the remaining group of suspects, and watch for any connections to Atlas. Grey Phoenix is a group of primarily muton scavengers operating in the city. Recently, they've armed themselves with highly restricted weaponry. That puts them on our radar.
Grey Phoenix has kept a low profile, until they tripped an alarm in this old Advent Tower.
We don't know why they are here. Be ready for anything.
Time to breach.
Advent used to store Starship-scale Illyrium cores in this tower. City 31 cleared them out after the war. Except for the ones Grey Phoenix is loading onto an old transport. The city must have missed a few.
They could retrofit those Illyrium cores for a variety of unpleasant reasons.
Breaching!
We shall move in.
Shifting!
You're nearing the vertipad. Don't let Grey Phoenix escape with those Illyrium cores.
Yes, Whisper, we know how to do our jobs.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
Need a pick-me-up?
VIP spotted. Capture if able.
I'm running low. Failed to subdue.
You cannot resist.
Stay down!
Grey Phoenix is after large quantities of Illyrium. Why do they need that much power? Illyrium access would allow them to refine an explosive powerful enough to kill Mayor Nightingale. Grey Phoenix has the means. Find out if they had the motive. Some of the intel you found on Grey Phoenix shows they have an interest in high-end tech. We need to know why. Learn what you can as soon as you can.
Grey Phoenix is transmitting data from this location. Locate the transmitter and destroy it.
Follow me.
Agent, unconscious. Low ammo.
Who wants some?
The interest of Grey Phoenix is the kind XCOM used to pull from alien starships. Locate and neutralize their starship tech. The damage they could do to City 31 is incalculable.
Locals spotted Grey Phoenix in this building. They're assembling something in there. And from the precautions they're taking, it's dangerous.
Let's do this.
Keep behind me.
picking up a significant amount of weaponized plasma in the next room.
Check again?
I'm still picking it up.
Bad news. I haven't developed the psionic ability of wishful thinking.
Breaching now.
Follow me.
Changing locale.
Excellent job. Gray Phoenix's tech no longer poses an existential threat to City 31. On multiple occasions, Gray Phoenix has evaded 3-1 PD pursuit. This happens across the city. They can't vanish into thin air. Find out where they're really going. Chimera Squad, I'd like you to meet a ghost. During the war, he went by Sovereign. He ran the Shrike network and oversaw their transformation to the mercenaries we know today.
Yeah, I thought nobody was in charge of Shrike.
So did I, but that's what Advent thought when Shrike was a resistance network.
Is he our connection to Atlas?
Maybe he is Atlas, or maybe he's dead. Until we know, he remains a person of interest. Gray Phoenix relies upon covert strongholds and safe houses to operate in City 31. Locate and dismantle these locations. They won't have anywhere to run.
3-1 PD identified a Gray Phoenix stronghold. The surveillance suggests the place is abandoned.
I get it. Send us in to sweep an abandoned stronghold, just in case it isn't.
Follow me.
If this is abandoned, I don't want to see occupied. They must sleep 3 to a cot in there.
This is how we did it on the ships. Shared cots, sleep in shifts.
How many people could you pack into a space this size?
Newtons? Around 60. More if you swap in sectoids and vipers. Far less with Andromedons.
Those guys are the worst.
You don't have to convince me. Keep behind me!
Open sesame!
done. With Grey Phoenix deprived of their strongholds, they have much less ground to call home. Grey Phoenix follows a pair of leaders, both mutons. Custodian Zell handles their technical interests. We know more about Crew Chief Yarvo, who directs their martial pursuits. Zell and Yarvo are unknown quantities. It isn't clear who calls the shots between them.
Those names are ship dialect. Each of them must be an alias.
How so?
Zell translates roughly to good route or safe passage.
And Yarvo?
Either newly forged or birthed in flame. Like a freshly formed alloy.
Interesting. Grey Phoenix is abducting aliens with highly technical skills. Engineers, scientists, and technicians. Put an end to the abductions so these people can return to their families.
3-1 PD suspects this warehouse is a transfer point for aliens trafficked by Grey Phoenix. If they process abductees here, they'll have records.
Grey Phoenix is definitely here. No desperation or fear, so no abductees.
Follow me.
PD is stretched too thin. You're on your own here. Find any records and keep them intact.
No backup, middle of nowhere, overwhelming odds. Another day in Chimera Squad.
Keep behind me.
We're heading in.
Make a hole!
Watch your step.
Nice work. City 31's alien population is safe from Grey Phoenix abductions.
A short time ago, Grey Phoenix forced their way into the city's starport. If they managed to launch a starship, they could cause all kinds of destruction.
Grey Phoenix already fueled this starship. It's about to join its sister ships outside. A formation of starships could do a lot of damage to City 31. Keep it from launching.
Open sesame! I'll pop the lock.
If they get to that console, they'll launch the ship.
Just go to sleep.
Excavator? What the heck does that mean? I'll figure it out. I'm routing you to starport control. Gray Phoenix still has it locked down. Well, I figured out what that excavator is. Anyone care to guess?
Do you want me to read your mind?
Fine. During the invasion, the starport was a fleet transport ship. The excavator is the plasma drill beneath it. The excavator burned a big hole in the ground. The fleet transport landed and voila, prefab starport. If Gray Phoenix powers it, they could blow the whole starport sky high. So, let's prevent that.
Chimera Squad, we will soon depart this world. There is still time for you to leave our vessel.
No chance. We're going to... And she cut the feed.
Breaching!
It's go time!
I will fire if they reposition.
That console. If you lower the force field, there's still time to stop the launch. I don't think he likes you.
Chief Yarvo is gone. Then that's it.
Is that a threat?
No, he was to pilot this vessel safely. Without him, City 31 will burn.
How can we stop it?
You can't from here. Get to the power core. If you shut it down, I can stop the excavator.
Why are you helping us?
Because the price of my passage will not be the death of your city.
You have to shut down the power. If this arc launches, it'll take most of downtown with it. Look for exposed power cores. Shut them down at any cost.
I've reached the excavator. I'll be ready.
Can you order your compatriots to stand down?
They wouldn't listen. They think they're already free.
It's worth a try.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
Breaching now.
It's getting worse.
You see the power cores? They're on a cycle. When they're exposed, destroy them.
How many?
Enough so I can open the excavator furnace without evaporating.
We'll do all of them.
On the way.
Not where I'd go.
I'm running low. Reloaded.
They'll be fine.
That's enough. I'm opening the furnace.
Then what?
The excavator shuts down. My compatriots surrender when they realize they are trapped on this prison planet.
I don't know if we can put in a good word for you after all this, but...
It won't matter once I enter the furnace. For me, this is a one-way trip.
Oh. Oh.
Today, we did not fly as slaves.
Good work, Chimera Squad. Your quick thinking prevented significant damage to City 31. And yet, Grey Phoenix was not trying to flee to the Elders. They wanted to go home, or find a new place to call home. How they went about it cannot be excused, but I will advise XCOM HQ to consider this development. Your latest investigation turned up no link to Mayor Nightingale's death, but we found more signs of external backing. Atlas was connected to each of these groups. Why? What did they have to gain?
Wanting to find...
If the progeny couldn't possibly force a psionic evolution, why would Atlas back their flawed tech? Grey Phoenix wanted nothing more than to leave. What would Atlas get with an absent ally? And Sacred Coil? Did Atlas truly need fanatic Advent holdouts with a busted psionic gate? There's something we're missing.
Director, you need to see this.
Unknown assailants have overrun the City Council's emergency session. The following footage may be alarming to watch.
Our response must be unanimous. This is beyond politics. It's about stability.
Do you think it's Atlas?
It's an attack on City Hall. That's all that matters. Chimera Squad, head out.
Unknown hostiles swarming City Hall. The protective detail was, well, they were completely overwhelmed.
We can mourn later. Prepare to breach.
Time to breach. We'll top first.
Security cameras are locked down. I have no eyes inside. There's more gunfire in the council chambers. Hurry.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
Is nearly empty. He'll be fine.
Refreshing.
Can anyone hear me?
Deputy Mayor, what's your status?
I made it to a panic room, but they're trying to break in.
Stay put. We're outside the council chambers.
Open sesame. Found another entry.
I know what Atlas was planning. The Progeny, Grey Phoenix, Sacred Coil, each group they backed was set up to fail. But with each running rampant, 3-1 PD would stretch thin enough to break. And who steps in?
Mercenaries. Shrike.
Exactly. Fear was the point, and it would have worked if Chimera Squad hadn't pushed back.
So they pushed back on City Hall. And if a government no longer exists, you replace the government.
But they were sloppy. The mercenaries were coordinated out of Ascension Tower.
Atlas is in there? That was Advent's old headquarters. The place is a fortress.
A fortress I want you inside. We need to hit Atlas before they realize they're burned.
I have an idea on how to get in, but the squad isn't gonna like it.
Brief them on the way. This can't wait.
Brace for impact.
Breaching!
The old blueprint showed an empty area just inside the wall. How was I supposed to know it was Shrike's firing range?
I want an ordered advance, cover to cover. Find their flank. Cover me while I reload. Reloading.
I think they know you're here. Okay, they know. Get a move on. I'm seeing a lot of activity on the 80th floor. There's an elevator ahead. It should take you right there.
Just shut off that damn alarm.
You'll be completely exposed out there.
I'm not going to die on a rooftop. You might, but not me.
Time to break.
At least.
Move in, now!
XCOM, lay down your arms.
It's Chimera Squad. And screw you for all you've done, pal.
All I've done? I've reminded this city what it needs to survive.
You don't know what you're talking about.
The Elders will return. We can only defeat them by tearing the weakness from our hearts.
Was that why you killed the mayor?
A handful of casualties today, or a whole world tomorrow. It's an easy choice.
As unhinged rants go, I rate this 7 out of 10.
You won't acknowledge the stakes? Fine. Shrike, destroy them!
Retreat. She is not earthly.
Let's get your insides back inside.
Thanks. Behold!
There's never enough ammo.
Her resolve lights the air.
Full my mind.
No ammo. Reloaded.
I'm out, again.
Chimera Squad. The director has arrived.
At ease. 1 month ago, you were understaffed, outgunned, and in temporary housing.
Hey, the place had character.
And rats. Don't forget the rats.
Now, the entire squad is here, with the latest and greatest from XCOM HQ. City 31 is in good hands.
Hostage situation in Old Town. We'll need all hands for this one.
Chimera Squad, form up and load in.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
You made my point. Go on, do your jobs.
Reclamation is entrenched. Our assets burned. We have no options.
The battle for City 31 is lost, but XCOM doesn't realize they're already at war.
And when they do,
it will be too late.